A well-functioning home for me begins with an organized space and simple systems. Today, I'm tackling my kitchen, organizing drawers, and sharing a few Amazon finds that I hope will make it easier for me to create order and make life just that much easier. Hey, it's Felicia. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, then thank you so much for joining me again. I really appreciate it. Over the last couple of years, instead of making New Year's resolutions, I like to choose a word, or in this case, for this year, 2 words that guide my focus for the year. This year, my words are rest and order. I've realized that I function at my best when I'm well rested and in an organized environment. So today I'm focusing on organizing my kitchen and using some of these Amazon finds to hopefully help with that. Before I share my Amazon haul though, I'm going to make a quick green smoothie. I've been trying to eat healthier and get more greens in my diet, and this smoothie has been an easy way for me to do that. Oftentimes when I'm filming these YouTube videos, I just rush to get ready, and I often forget to eat breakfast or just eat something before I start filming. Incorporating this into my routine and even adding it as part of my video just has really helped to keep me on track. In this smoothie in particular, I have a spinach and kale mix, coconut water, ground flaxseed, pumpkin protein powder, and frozen strawberries. I've come to the realization that I work best when there's some sort of structure or a system in place. In the past, I've tried to just wing it, but that always leaves me stressed and just overwhelmed. Things don't get done, and then I find myself in the same cycle. Now I'm learning that I need to prepare and plan ahead in order to stay organized. I've gotten better about cooking more and even tidying up, but I still fall short when I don't plan in advance. For example, currently I'm not in a place where I'm able to work throughout the day, whether that's working in my primary business or creating content or just dealing with the ups and downs of life, and then having the energy to cook dinner at the end of the night. One of the things that I've come up with to help with this is meal prep and planning. One of my main goals for this year is to prioritize meal prepping. I really want to avoid ordering food out all the time and be able to have fresh and healthy meals just ready to go at home. I was scrolling through TikTok and came across nesting videos where women were preparing meals before giving birth and freezing them to use during their early postpartum days. That really inspired me to start meal prepping in a similar fashion, in that I can take time out of my week to just prep a couple of meals, throw them in the freezer, and on those busy days I can just pop them in the oven or reheat them and be able to save time while still having a healthy meal. A few meal prep ideas that I want to try are, first, with smoothies, I've been using mason jars to prep smoothies similar to the one that I did today, where I'll just put all of the ingredients into my mason jars and then either just refrigerate them or put them in the freezer for just a short amount of time, so that when I want a smoothie, all I have to do is just dump the ingredients into the blender, pour them back into the mason jar, and then I'm done. I also want to try the same thing for salads, so I've seen ideas for prepping salads in mason jars in a similar way, to where you put all the ingredients in and you put the salad dressing at the bottom, then you put the meat on top of that so that your salad doesn't get soggy, and then put the top on. When you're ready to eat it, you just take the top off. You could either, shake it kind of like the McDonald's salad shakers and just eat it in the jar, or you can just dump everything onto a plate when you're ready to eat it. I also want to start using the little mason jars to prep my own seasoning. So I like to make my own seasoning blends like taco seasoning and even a blackened seasoning that I put on pretty much anything. Also, I purchased some small, medium-sized mason jars for breakfast prep. So I'm not really into overnight oats, but I do like to eat oatmeal. So I plan to put the dry oats into the mason jars, and then that way in the morning, all I have to do is just heat up the hot water and then throw that on top. And then last, I want to try the freezer meals like I saw on TikTok. I plan to prep a few of those things that I like and then just put them into something that's freezer safe that I can just take out and put into the oven to reheat. The second thing that I'm focusing on is rest. For me, it's not just about physical rest. I think that I have a good amount enough of time to rest physically, but it's really more about mental rest. One of my mentors always tells me to rest in the Lord, and I'm still learning what that looks like for me and what that means for me. So far though, I think it's just about renewing my mind like the Bible says, and just letting go of stress and not stressing over things that I can't control and not allowing certain things to consume me. Prioritizing mental rest is probably on the top of my list of goals for this year. The third thing that I'm focusing on is organization. So in order to function at my best, I need to be organized. And since I've been spending more time in the kitchen, that's why I chose today to start in the kitchen with making sure that everything that I need, all the utensils that I commonly use are organized. I know exactly where they're at. Today I wanted to focus on the kitchen drawers to just make sure that, again, whatever I need I can find, and then under the sink, because it just drives me nuts every time I go under there and things are just everywhere. So not somewhere that I access often, but it just bugs me. So I figured it was an easy fix. I can start there today too. And looking ahead, this is just the beginning. I plan to tackle so many other areas of my home and create systems that make life easier for me. If you're interested in seeing how I organize other spaces, then please let me know in the comments. I would love to continue to make videos just organizing different areas of my house and just sharing whatever tips and tools and resources and things that are working well for me. One of the things that I wrote in my notebook for this year is to just ease into the new year. I don't want to feel rushed or overwhelmed by an endless to-do list. Instead, I'm focusing on creating structure and systems in my home while just taking care of my body and to prioritize rest for my mind. I hope that some of this resonated with you, and if it did, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.